Okay, let's see how long we'll last in this. Before either my sandy gives away or my energy. Okay, so I forgot what the details of this trial said. You think 11? We're gonna be Hatade here. I really hope. I kind of hope so. Hatade plus Remy team up. Yo, give me Remy. Don't give me Hatade then. And it'd be quite the headache. Our sole lawyer is unavailable. What's going on? Yes, we've already arrested a suspect. Surprised we didn't get the villain scoop that we usually do. On that note, is the prosecution prepared to handle this situation? There is nothing to worry about on that end. The same cannot be said of the defense. Okay, so we're probably fighting probably Remy. I was already occupied preparing for the trial of Sho Toramaru. What? Is this a side thing from, like, 3, or is this its own thing? Should we wait until that trial's over and done with? Of course, that is one option we have. But in the meantime, prospective evidence might vanish, or the witness's memory of events might fade. This would make for neither a fair nor speedy trial for the defendant. I see. It is certainly true. Well, if the suspect admitted the crime, there might be no need for a court trial, but that is not the case. Quite right. A substitute attorney will have to be appointed. Very well, I already have someone in mind, so you can be at ease. Understood, we thank you in advance. My goodness, I didn't have enough to deal with already. So, is it gonna be Hatade, or is it gonna be someone else entirely? Be Iku! Be Iku! Please! Is this Tenchi? Oh no! Hey yo, it's Miss Tenchi and I on the premises. Oh no. Oh, if it isn't the Shinigami from down below. Have you finally come to reap my soul? No, please. I told you before that ain't my department. I just gotta deliver a letter from Lady Aki to you. Please be Iku. Please still be Iku. Please, somehow, please. Letter from the Yama? Anyway, you should come by and see Lady Aki once you're done reading. After all, you've got time to kill, don't you, princess? I'm not sure I like your tone. His letter was received. Letter from the Yama, Aki Shiki, was delivered to me by her, sir, by me. To me. Oh, no. It's delivered to me. Please, Tenchi. Dude, if we get Tenchi with Iku, I will gladly play as Tenchi. Please give me Iku. Well, my work here is done, so I'll be going. Tisk on earth could this be about? I don't remember doing anything to hurt that Yama's feelings lately. Yes! Oh, we're so back. Yes! She's back! I don't give a shit about Tenchi. I just care about this. This is all. I love this. Good morning, young lady Hiranai. How does the day find you? I can talk like this. I'm so glad she's back. And here she is in all of her glory. Ah, Iku, for once it's a good thing you're here. Has something happened? I suppose you could say that. Ooh. Ooh, funky. Ooh, funky. Can't investigate. Ooh. Look at this waterfall often, but I never get too close. It's so loud. Clear today. Well, we are above the clouds, so of course it would be. Here, you can read this. A letter? How unusually decorous of you, Lady Hiranai. Or is this something you cannot bear to say out loud? Don't be stupid. This is my mail. I need you to read it for me. I'm very sorry to hear that, but take heart. If you apply yourself, I am certain that one day you too will be able to read. This is gonna be the greatest trial in the entire series, just because... I mean, we lose the smartest character in the game for the best character as our partner. Stop playing around, just be quiet and read. Now, what have we here? I hereby invite Miss Tenchi Hinai to take part in today's upcoming trial as the attorney for the defendant. Please visit me at court at your earliest convenience. Icky Shiki. Shiki Icky. Iku, just throw that over the edge here. I'm surprised she's not jumping all over this. I cannot do such a thing. You have been called upon, and so you must go. You must be kidding. Why should I go crawl in the dirt all to help some complete stranger I don't care about? Would it not make for a way to kill time? You don't understand a thing. If it's for someone else's sake, it's only drudgery. Why not look at it like this? If you save the defendant, you might be able to benefit from their gratitude. Surely you would enjoy having more underlings at your beck and call. That is true. I didn't even consider that. The young heiress of the Hinai is quite self-serving, but that does make her simple to understand. Did you say something? Oh no, nothing. Now, let us away, Lady Hinai. There are those who need our help. Is there a poor soul? Might as well go listen to what the Yama has to say. I can always turn her down if it sounds too annoying. Later return to court record. I'm bored. Is that so? Son Anoka! Oh my gosh. You don't have anything else to say? I'm so bored I could die. But Lady Hinai, every single time we meet, these are the first words to leave your mouth. As a result, I fear I've exhausted my repertoire of retorts. Go look for some entertaining stories for me. Return once you've found something worthwhile. Would it not be better for you to do this yourself? Do I look like one of those Tengu to you? If I was, having servants provide grist for my mill suits me much better. My word! So whoever you might have been, it seems you are fated to become a millstone, Lady Hinai. Iku, I see you become honing your skills. I received plenty of practice. Message of the Dragon Palace is pointed herself at my companion. Her special skill is reading the air. Slacker number 1. Her job description is ferryman of the Sanjo River. But she has to be a court bailiff on top of it, or so she says. Hey, Hina, did you not stand in court before? I remember you were quite eager then. I was a prosecutor that time. That's completely different from being the defense attorney. For fan games give equal proper appearance, and twice! Then this will be a grand opportunity to make show of the young heiress of Hinanai's prowess. What prowess would that be? And more importantly, an Iku that's this just incredible. Thank you for coming so prompt. Whoa there. I still can't believe you're asking me to be a lawyer. I thought that letter was some kind of joke. Yeah, well, remember what happened last time she was in trial? Well, we'll pretend that didn't happen. I have faith in your potential, Tenchi, and I knew you would oblige me, if I asked. Spare me the empty flattery. I'm sure you'd say the same to anyone you try to push this on. I suppose that is true, as far as courtesies are concerned. But there's another meaning to my words. Another meaning? You may or may not be aware of it, but Aisha Maimoru is occupied with another, unrelated case today. That being said, we need a substitute lawyer. Of all people I could have asked, I sent for you first. Do you understand the reason why? Because it is of grave import that I begin doing good deeds before it's too late. How thoughtful for you. I'm touched, truly. Regrettably, it is in my place to impose performing good deeds on you. I chose you first because I believe taking on this case is something only you could do. After all, aside from our police, there's no one with more experience sitting in court than you. Might be right. That Tengu had no experience being a lawyer in the beginning herself. You already gave that job to someone who had no idea what they were doing, and had no problems with that, didn't you? After I thought back to your times in court, I became convinced that you'd be perfect for this task. How? Tina Tenchi is the most dependable and moral character in Gensokyo. You raise a valid point. I do not believe you are lacking in comparison to Aya, be it in intellect or ingenuity, and so I have decided to take that gamble. Well, it does feel quite nice to have you recognize it. Don't think I've made up my mind yet. This could still turn out to be just a waste of time. In any case, would it be best for you to at least meet with the defendant, don't you think? Show them by letter, and I've no doubt the police will understand the circumstances. Right. Might as well. What have you Karis in this case? Once you come to a decision, please return here and let me know. I will be looking forward to a favorable reply. Fine, but you shouldn't get your hopes up. Or at it. This letter's really hard to read. Is it? I made a point of using my finest calligraphy. You write with calligraphy? There's nothing fine about this. This writing's so flowery, I can't make sense of it. Ah, was that it? My apologies. Honestly. Rose, you're writing with calligraphy. Her honor will the Yama of hell. She loves preaching. Anyone with sense will flee rather than face her lectures. There's some who don't, but they all must be exceptionally well trained. By the way, you said there'd be another trial today. So what will your schedule be like? First, we'll begin the trial show Toromaru early in the afternoon, as is the norm. Once that concludes, I'll open the proceedings for the second trial immediately. We'll be busy today. Quite. Never occurred to me a situation like this one might come up. It is rather unprecedented for two separate institutes to occur on the same day. Indeed, 2 institutes would be quite enough already. What is that supposed to mean? Ah, pardon me, I was only talking to myself. Please pay it no mind. It isn't like the Yana to let her mind wander off like this. How curious. Knock, 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 Alice. What you got for me? How is Alice going to interact with Tenchi? I still can't get over it. What is wrong with these police people? They just would accept I've been made a lawyer, even after I stuck the proof in their faces. Well, that'd be because of your usual behavior, would it not? They want me to burst into tears in the end? Truth be told, they might have immediately believed you if you started crying. Hey, isn't it quite rude for you to ignore your host and make a stink as you please? If it's only for the time being, these are my chambers right now. My. Ada. You'll have to pardon me, your ladyship. Your filthy clothes blended so well with this dingy room. I never noticed you. Ada. So what does the most spoiled princess in heaven and earth want with the filthy occupant of this dingy room? You should be more careful when you speak to me. I've been tapped as your court-appointed attorney. That would be the least amusing joke I've ever heard. Why can't everyone just stay quiet and listen to what I tell them? Well, you are reaping the usual consequence of your usual behavior. They want me to burst into tears. Ah, Tenchi! Lady Hida, please don't actually start crying. In any case, you must hear the client's story first of all. Is there anything you could do? I suppose. All Judgment Day 1. This game has known to be less spoilery with the titles of its saves. Candle silently burning and looking at it. It's tightly shut and securely locked. What use is a window that can't be opened? When I slept here, I only had the worst kind of dreams. No, there's a different type. They call this a bed? You must be kidding. No, you must be kidding. Have a look at this. What is this, a letter? A letter from the Yama addressed to me. It proves I was asked to defend you in court. Well, are you satisfied now? I suppose I am. I cannot argue with this. That was a bit easier than expected. I thought this letter might be a fake, but I doubt you can imitate such exquisite handwriting. I hope that this is half the trial is just this type of banter. Who cares about that? You should know, I haven't decided if I'll even take on your defense yet. Whether I help you or not will depend on your attitude. Can we speak of the case for now? I also need to decide if I even want your help. And you must want to know what kind of incident you're dealing with, I assume. Fine, that sounds like a good idea. Well then, where should I start? Dude, we get. Oh, what? Wait. Aren't you the accused? How could you not know anything about the incident? I did not say I knew nothing. Still, I never saw any part of it. You mean you were not at the scene of the crime? Well, that's what this comes down to. However, I have no way to prove it. Obviously, if she could prove something like that, she wouldn't be stuck here. Anyway, I was at home and Saki suddenly appeared and put me under arrest. Is this the third time she's been on trial? What is it you were charged with? Assault. Whoa! I was told that my dolls attacked someone. Like a pepper. Dolls attacked someone? Yes. For that reason, I'm under suspicion. Hold on a minute. You say suspicion, but you could be the culprit. After all, if your dolls attacked someone, it would have to be because you had them do it. Oh, but as I've said, I was not at the scene of the crime. But could not have attacked anyone, could I? I do love this Alice face. Then I was someone attacked by your dolls if you didn't make them. Yes, that is the question. It should be impossible for my dolls to act on their own. Oh, so, like, no one's framing your dolls. It was actually one of your dolls. However, I do have some other concerns. Other concerns? You talking boot now. I had the worst kind of wake-up call this morning. Something unthinkable had happened, you see. Of course, if your dolls had caused an incident without you knowing. No, I'm speaking of something else entirely. This morning, there was a break-in at my house. Medicine was the criminal. Ooh, maybe we could see her. Can't see her yet. What? So there was yet another incident today? Yes, while I was still in bed, I was woken up by the sound of glass breaking. I thought Marissa had come to steal books from me again, so I headed to the source of the noise, the doll room. The doll room? The room where I store the dolls I make. Had someone had broken the window there? Only that was it. Many dolls were stolen. I flew through the window in a hurry and tried to go after the culprit, but I found no trace of them. What would you do then? I returned to the house, and after collecting my thoughts, decided to head and search for the thief on my own. Without any clues to go on, I had no success at all. Went back home to see if I'd overlooked anything. And the police came and arrested you? Correct. But please wait a moment. Miss, this morning, some of your dolls were stolen, you said? That's right. And shortly afterwards, someone was attacked by your dolls. That was what I was told. Then wouldn't the doll thief and the assailant be one and the same? That's a natural conclusion to come to, of course. But then that would mean Miss Alice is innocent. Not necessarily. Problem is this is based solely off of Alice's testimony. Were any dolls truly stolen or not? We can't know that for sure. It's an awful situation I'm in. Since the police believe I'm making excuses, they will not accept my victim report. That's quite the misfortune. Misfortune? It must be Hina. This is all I can tell you for now. Fine. I've heard enough. So Tenchi, do you believe me? I'll get to the point. I don't. If your doll's a weapon, then you have to be the culprit. Then he proved that story about dolls being stolen is utterly meaningless. In the first place, this please believe me stuff doesn't suit us at all, don't you think? You might be right. And now it's my turn, doll maker. You want to entrust your defense to someone as irresponsible as me? I don't think I should. Well then, that's what you've decided. And yet, I still feel like you could do good work. Huh? But I don't trust you, and you don't trust me. Still, that need not be a deal breaker. I can trust in your skills at the very least. Even then, if it's my character you can't trust. And that is why I have a proposal for you. Whether you believe me or not, if you can help me, I will reward you appropriately. But being defended by a lawyer who doesn't believe in your innocence, is that truly fine with you, miss? It goes both ways. I do not trust Tenchi to do right by me without this. Don't mince your words. Well, I suppose we are alike in that regard. I can believe in your skill. You can believe in my reward. What do you think? Will you take my defense under these conditions? You should know I don't intend to let you off easy. Maybe better off taking a scolding from the Yama. It's unacceptable to me. As a magician or puppeteer, that's the product of my work be misused. If to clear that disgrace, I'll go to any lengths. Fine answer, Alice. I like the sound of it. So be it then, I'll defend you. You'd best be prepared to repay the debt you'll owe me soon. And with that, we have a deal. Ah yes, the police said the site of my doll's attack was in front of my house. What? And as it was also from my house, these dolls were stolen, would it be useful for you to investigate there? Oh yes, I'll do it. Lady Hina and I, while investigating is important, do not forget to make a report to Lady Aki. Oh, there was that too. Now, where to begin? Evan. Talk to me, Shiki, Icky. The Yama's not here. With 2 trials to hold today, she must be rather busy. We have little time to spare, so we should prioritize the investigation for now. Let's come back later then. What a nuisance. Where's the panties? This is the dollmaker's home. How nice. Neat and clean. Quite unlike the abode of a certain someone. Iku, you simply do not understand the concept of entropy. All things inevitably decay towards a chaotic state. To oppose this is to oppose the laws of the universe. You are dexterous in reply, Lady Yin and I. Long had I thought you merely could not be bothered to keep your room in order. Who am I supposed to talk to? Ooh, the doll room as well. Much picture on the wall. I don't know much about paintings, but would this be art? Bookshelf, tightly packed with books. Oops, I clicked off the screen. There's so many, so if I just take just a single one... No, them so nearly range, I also definitely noticed if one went missing. Oh, with 2 seats. That'd be perfect for taking a nap on. I've seen such rocking chairs in books before. Being swung around while I sit just makes me feel queasy. Fireplace is fenced off. Oh, winter's over, so it's no surprise. 2 cups are set on the table. Alice drinking tea before she was arrested? Why 2? What's this? It's very red. It resembles the ribbon Miss Alice wears around her neck. I suppose that would make it a scarf. Scarves aren't something you leave on living room tables. They're not pastries. Well, it'd be much more odd if it was panties. Huh? Wait, you could take a close look at this scarf. Eh? These stains! It's blood, isn't it? Whoa! Blood. This is not ideal. Why is one of Alice's scarves covered in blood? Oh, that's gonna be evidence against Alice. A scarf of that court record. It certainly is a lot of dolls, isn't it? Oh, it's that. What do you mean that? Oh, okay. Yeah. I answered the question as soon as the words were out of my mouth. So this is where the dolls would have been stolen from. We could plainly see there are signs of a break-in. But even that, there's no proof anything was actually stolen at all. Who knows if there should be more dolls here than there already is. Perhaps we could ask Miss Alice for the details, once we found out more. Right. What is this? A perfect substance inside. Is this gunpowder? It's clearly been smashed open. I wonder, might these shards have cut the culprit when they broke through this window? Could be the blood. Who's the assaultant? Who is the person who got attacked in front of Alice's house? Don't be stupid. They obviously break it from afar with Danmaku. What's more important is that that glass fell into the room. What of it? If the window had been broke through the inside of the room, these shards would have fallen outside, right? I see. If the shards fell inside, at the very least, it's just the window was broken from the outside. There's no proof this isn't a cover-up by Alice. Are you gonna be fighting Patchy, or are you gonna be fighting Remy, or like, potentially Taters? How's the books of doll making and puppetry? I see so many books, it kills my motivation to read. They've been smashed open. These shards have cut the culprit and they broke this window. Yeah, it's the same thing. What are these emotes? There you go. So many still and lifeless dolls all lined up in rows. It's a bit chilling. Ooh. What is this? Oh, that's... If I had been arrested, then I would have washed it. Oh, that's yours? Could you please explain why this is covered in blood, miss? That is, I don't know if I should say. What, tarred by guilty conscience? No, it's not like that. Well, I should just explain properly. It's from a nosebleed. Nosebleed? Just so you know, it's not mine. This is Patchley's blood. What? How does Patchley's nose bleed on your scarf? As I've told you before, I went out to search for the thief who stole my dolls on my own this morning. But I never found anything, and as I was returning home, I collided with Patchley. It's fine, I think Patchley hit her nose. But the bleeding stopped after a bit, and there was no real harm done, so it wasn't a serious matter. What are you looking at? If a nosebleed made those stains, that must mean Patchley's nose hit that scarf, right? That'd be the case, yes. Back then, you would have been wearing that scarf like you are now, dangling over your chest. Hey, what are you imagining now? Hey, Hinai, do you think that perhaps the cause of that nosebleed was not the force of the impact, but rather its location? Certified Touhou Yuri. Why you? Don't get excited over nothing! You say it, what about you? I got information on... Ooh, broken window. Like this when I woke up. Awful, isn't it? Who's gold in this game? Oh, Iku's the greatest character in this series. Certainly. I doubt even the young heiress would stoop to something like this. Blood. For just a nosebleed. Oh, Patchy's okay. What is it you think I might stoop to, then? Stealing the sword of Hiso from heaven or running rampant on Earth? Starting an incident all by yourselves, you can play at being the police. Enough already. You back? She sure is. Talk to me, Icky. Komachi! Why in the 18 hells are you just loitering around today of all days? Yeah, I'm sorry, Lady Aki. It's about a lost item. You should know to file a report with me. I'll deal with it later. I'm really sorry. It's just everybody looks so busy. It's hard for me to speak up. If you wander around as you please like this would be a much greater issue. Realize the gravity of the situation, don't you? Yeah, of course. This is an all-hands-on-deck level emergency, so please refrain from doing anything unnecessary. Okay, I'll take care. In that case, see to your duties at once. Yes! What? Why does this place feel so tense? It's slightly frightening. Oh, Tenchi and Iku. Hello! Excuse us for not making our presence known sooner. You've returned. From the look of you, I assume you saw what just took place just a moment ago. Well, maybe just a bit. I'm sorry you had to witness such an unsightly scene. Please forget all about it. If you say that. So, have you come to answer my request? You're exactly right. Well, that's a bit hard to do under this stifling air. I always understand how that Shinigami felt. So as I can see, the air has nothing to do with us. What on earth is going on at this place? I wonder if there's going to be another trial after that's related to this one. Wouldn't put it past it. Wait. No, I had nothing to do with this. Is that the truth? Pardon me, I was so certain. What would she take me for? For the time being, I've decided to take the case. So you'll accept, thank you. We'll be opening that trial as soon as the first hearing of today comes to a close, so I'll be contacting you again at that time. I understand. And I'll be seeing you in court later. Oh, it feels like she's trying to drive me away. Interesting. Back in the day, whenever I saw curtains like these, I'd want to climb them. Sure, a boulder on a hilltop. I understand the Yama's tastes. Still looking at a meticulously organized desk. We're worried about the crystal left at the edge. Ah. What is up with this case? Hey, don't run away from me! No, it ain't like that. I'm just really busy today. Not that you'd know what that's like. You're the talky slacker. What are you even doing in this place? Didn't you just get told off by the Yama for goofing around? Well, that's true, but I found this lost item, see? So I figured I should deliver it myself, even though I'm in the middle of work. Just wanted to play hooky, didn't you? Hooky? If you're here, that item of yours would have to be something of Alice's, wouldn't it? You got into one. You're totally right. Makes sense if it was anyone else's. So have you given it back to Alice already? Nope. She's in questioning. If you couldn't tell. I want to have a little chat with her, so I've been waiting. Were you busy or not? What's this item of this Alice's you found, by the by? It's this doll. Here, check it out. That definitely is one of Alice's dolls. How'd you find this exactly? Before 9 o'clock this morning, I picked it up on the Sanzu's riverbank while working. The Sanzu? Well, I was working all morning, so there's nowhere else I could have picked it up, right? Sure, this man know she was working. I'll be holding on to that doll for now, seeing as I'm Alice's lawyer. Huh? If you don't mind, just make sure you give it back to her, okay? Yes, yes. Now I've got other fish to fry, so I'll be going. I'm gonna sigh. Alice is still questioning. There's nothing to be done. Let us return later. Let's change. Whoa, get out of here! Three Stooges! Not making sense. We have every right to be here. What is going on this trial? Eiki's weird, Komachi's weird, why is Mei Ling here? Patchoulie's horny, what? Aside from that, there are only two of us. We aren't stooges. You're so tuned, it's scary. Leave that aside, why are you idling here? You're the Scarlet Vinci's gatekeeper, aren't you? Oh, that's right, but since we're so short-handed today, I got put in charge of this crime scene. Is he gonna play in with whatever the side trial is? Is the other trial the show trial, or is it a different show trial? What is going on? On top of it, they're also making me handle the trial as the prosecutor. What is going on? Oh, I see. Your colleagues must be occupied with the case of Miss Tarumaru. Yeah, except Milady, who partied too hard last night. We tried to wake her up. Guess you're having quite a hard time, too. Forget about that. I can't be complaining about this in front of you people. Anyway, I'm investigating here, so stay out of my way. When someone tells me to stay out of their way, it only makes me want to get in their way. Yeah, the show tries to connect to this one. Yes, but what I'm wondering is if it's a completely, like, is it the last one or is it a new one? It's verbally with the Tenshiku, ship, yeah. Oh, you showed this to me at the mansion a while ago, persistently. Because you all wouldn't listen when I told you! No, it's just hard to believe they'd make you a lawyer. From my point of view, it's unthinkable that you'd be made a prosecutor, and yet here you are. Hey, come on now. Neither of these two have a good history in court. This thing? Is this really Alice's scarf? This is not a scarf, then what is it? No, it's just made me think of the lady's laundry. This has got a pretty small appetite, so when she feeds, she always ends up spilling blood all over her clothes. To think of it, it feels like her being a vampire just gets forgotten about lately. What are you implying? Supply shards look pretty dangerous, huh? This happened at our place, Saki would have this all cleaned up in a flash. And you wouldn't do anything? Hey you, tell me something. What? I'm busy if you couldn't tell. I'd like if you didn't get in my way. Not even a minute ago, you're just standing around staring into space. You've been investigating. Have you found any clues? Oh, well, I can't be talking about an ongoing police investigation with you. Oh, so you haven't found anything. Yeah, how'd she know? Easy, someone like you could possibly find anything I overlooked. It's true I've been searching here for a while, but I didn't find anything that might be a clue. If it was like Miss Patchouli or Saki at my place, I'm sure they would have found something already. Please do not lose heart. You are an officer of the law, are you not? So you must uphold the pride and dignity of your office. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I love Iku. Dude, I have never been an Iku fan. These games make me love Iku. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, I'll give it my all. Yeah, it was up to the lawyers to give the police a pep talk. Do you know anything else that might be of use? Well, as things stand, all we have for clues is eyewitness testimony. There was a witness? Oh, maybe I should say the victim's testimony. And isn't that hugely important? Why does this only come up now? Thinking back, we were never told about the victim. That's true. Officer, will the victim be standing in court as a witness today? Well, obviously. We don't have any other witnesses. Listen, I need to speak with them. I'm not supposed to be helping you guys. But you did cheer me up. So I'm just gonna talk to myself a bit, okay? What is going on so far? Oh yeah, the victim came over to the mansion for a bit of questioning just before I left. It should be about done by now. I wonder if I'd be interrupting anything if I went back. At the mansion. I understand. What? These drivers just too striving to handle. That's all there is, yeah. There's nothing left for us here. I have to hear about this witness while I have the chance. Oh, it's you. I guess it makes sense if you're the victim, because you were in front of the house. It's been a while. How have you been? Small suit. I'm not going to put that on the screen. I can flash you this. I'm doing quite well, thanks you for asking. I've had no new health concerns since the last time you put me in a coma. Praise be! Be that as it may, to think you of all people would be made a defense attorney. How ironic. At least they're referencing the previous trials. Can't disagree with that. The defense's duties are quite a different beast from the work of a prosecutor, I believe. Well, do your best. I'll be making time to watch your trial. I wouldn't miss it for the world. In fact, I would have loved to see your last stint in court, but I'm afraid I overslept that day. And the next day. And the day after that. I love how smug so many characters are in this series. Ew, somebody's bitter. You did knock her out and put her in coma. Now, I'm also quite busy, so if you'll excuse me. Well then, do we have any guests? Let's hope so. At the very least, it would help us to know the victim's name. Ada, Ada. Are you looking for someone? Who is it? Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Remy or is it someone else? I am the medicine drugs. My name is Medicine Melancholy. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh, it's medicine time. I was wondering if she'd be here. We get both medicine and Iku? Damn, we're getting everyone. Ah, I'm Tenchi Hinanai. And I'm called Iku Nagai. The pleasure's all ours, I'm sure. You flatter me too much. So medicine is a victim? This case might be a lot more in-depth than something pretty straightforward. Impressive, this very well might be the slimiest creature I have ever encountered. No! I wanted Medicine's theme! No! I wanted Poison Doll! Look at flies, what's the point of stairs? What time have I? I've never seen any stairways. I do love this mix Apache's theme, though. We got jam. Dude, this team is so good. Why are you showing me this? Why are you showing me this? You also wear a red. Ooh, you do wear them. Ah, I think I find a comrade here. Maybe you have commonalities. I'm not sure that makes you comrades. You poor thing. I promise you, help is on the way. You'll have a mind of your own too one day, so don't lose heart. I have a lot to say about this, but I need a pain to get through, so I won't. There's so many, like, different, like, ideas that are coming to mind that, like, it's impossible to figure out one that stands out the most. By the way, Miss Medicine, you are a doll, are you not? Yes, indeed, although it was only recently I became conscious and aware. Before we talk about anything else, tell me, why do you seem to ooze malevolence? That made Tenchi's dress slightly pinkish this game? I don't know. I think it's a neat aesthetic. Oh, that may be because of the poison. I was born among Mary's tears, you see, so poison's like my blood. Mary's tears? Mary's tears, Maybelle's, Glovework, Suzanne, Suzerain, the lilies of the valley. They're very beautiful. Oh, you don't seem very interested. I'm of the type who'd rather get candy than flowers. I see, that's a shame. Nevertheless, I think a living doll such as yourself would be of much interest to someone like Miss Alice. Alice? You mean that puppeteer? You know about her? Oh, I know. Right now, she's just beneath my feet, isn't she? Any sense of hostility here. So you heard about Miss Alice being arrested. Naturally, I was going to report her to the police. Yellow wings on smart, all true. Report. So as I thought, you are... Oh yes, the victim in this incident. You're attacked by those dolls? Mm-hmm. If you don't believe me, have a closer look. My clothes are torn up all over because of them. You're certain it was Alice's dolls who attacked you? Of course I am. I saw them all with my own two eyes. So... the obvious go-to is either she is telling the truth or she's lying. There's really only, like, two possibilities. So, the question is either, is she trying to frame Alice? That seems likely, but that doesn't seem very deep. Unless they really loop it elsewhere. Or... who else? Who would go after Medicine? All attacking another doll, huh? That sounds less like a crime, more like a child's game. Maybe one of those puppet shows. Perhaps we should meet with Miss Alice one last time. Her own questioning must be over by now. I suppose. Yuka? Maybe. At this point, I'd believe anything. Welcome back. Have you made any progress? Well, I wouldn't say no progress has been made. I'm assuming this is going to be a multi-dayer. Chapter 3 trials tend to be. That's a kind of dangerous creature. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people who could attack Medicine. Like, Medicine feels like such a wild card. She honestly kind of feels like Tenchi. She kind of feels like such a wild card character. You kind of do whatever you want with her. Like, I feel like Medicine can fit, like, any role. That's good to hear. Now then, what else can she tell us? By the way, that Shinigami came here to deliver this to you earlier. Shinigami. Mikomachi? It seems this is something that was dropped on the shore of the Sanzu River. I see. Well, thank you for bringing it. Ah, not so fast. This might be evidence. I'll be holding on to it for a little bit longer. But... Something the matter? No, it's nothing. Please do as you prefer. With your blessing. Is Alice innocent? Or is she guilty? Is Medicine innocent, or is she guilty? Is there some super other deep conspiracy going on? All of this is done for the sake everyone is in on the massive conspiracy to try to get Tenchi to be a better person. You was giving more details about those dolls you claim were stolen. Stolen dolls were taken from my doll room. And all the dolls, missing dolls were dressed in blue. Blue. Doesn't really mean anything. It would be boring for every doll to look the same, so I dressed them in different outfits and colors. Bachi used mind control and Alice to attack Medicine, then give her a nosebleed. Maybe the thief took dolls from the shelf where I keep the blue dolls by chance. But we saw no dolls of blue when we investigated the doll room ourselves. Meaning all of my girls in blue have disappeared. With so much care into making all their clothes, it's a bit disheartening. I'm gonna think of it, didn't the doll the Shinigami bring over wear blue clothes? Lady Hinai, it's almost time for Miss Toromaru's trial to begin. Well, that has nothing to do with us, does it? As you will be standing in court as an attorney soon, perhaps we should observe Miss Shimaimaru at work. It'd be helpful to have a point of reference, wouldn't you agree? Not sure I feel like putting it in that much work. Now, don't say that. Experience is the mother of wisdom, after all. It's true, I'm tired of looking high and low for evidence, so we may as well attend. Oh, I can't join you. I'll have to wait here until my own trial begins. So it's decided. We'll see each other again in court, miss. So you're looking as sour as ever, Tengu. Back off, I was in a death struggle just moments ago. Well, with a bit of luck, I might also get to experience that feeling before too long. What are you talking about? Wait, what are you even doing here? Another trial began momentarily. That of Miss Alice Majetlide. Alice? Oh right, you were busy today, so you never got to hear about that, didn't you, Aya? Pat, 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 pat. There was actually another institute this morning. The Yama had to look for another lawyer so they could hold trial without delay. I could drop something. Where did I drop it? Where'd it go?
I can't find it.
Wait, don't tell me. Going by what you've all been saying, that other lawyer would be my own self. I see Alice's luck isn't improving. Oh, that challenge slide. For now. We're both watching you at work, Miss Shimaimaru. Your defense was truly quite inspiring to see. Oh, come on, don't flatter me too much. I am hopeful that the young heiress will now feel driven to achieve equal heights today. Don't talk nonsense. Defending someone is something I haven't ever done before. Really fine. It was the first time for Aya too once. Aya's first time. Back then, it was a total victory for her. That's true. I may have to review my opinion of you just a little bit, Tengu. Dear me, Lady Hinai. Well then, Tenchi, please allow me to watch you at work this time. I never got the chance to watch one of these trials at the outside looking in before, after all. Well, let's say expectations too high. I doubt this will make much for a news story. Don't you worry about that. Now, please excuse me. I've been staying for hours. I'd like to make sure I get a seat in the gallery. Wait for me! Oh, they're a lively pair, aren't they? I know what you mean. This is just how trials are here in Gensokyo. I suppose so. But I did pass by Sho Toromaru on the way here. Seems she was quite despondent. Yeah, she may avoid being found guilty, but she still has to remain in custody. I'll be staying the night Remelius too, I wonder? I'm gonna go home and sew buttons onto some new dolls already. We'll just have to let events take their course and see, won't we? Right. Then for today, I'll be in your care. Eshihide and I, attorney at law. You can think of it as being on a great and sturdy ship that's taking on water. Much more thrilling that way, wouldn't you say? Good grief. I see Celestials truly fear nothing save boredom. I don't know how to feel right now. This is a trial where it's like... Ooh. This is interesting to see from the other side. Like, there's a lot on my mind that's like, I just don't know... Like, the simplest thing is we know that Medicine doesn't like Alice. So there's a decent chance that Medicine... Like, the most basic idea is that Medicine is, like, framing Alice here. Or basic plot point 1 is that Medicine's framing this on herself and that she is framing Alice. Option number 2 is that someone is framing Alice to attack Medicine under the idea that the two don't like each other, or at least that Medicine doesn't like Alice, and so she got attacked vice versa. Those are the two most basic ideas. Well, like, I really have no clue. I'm as ready as I ever will be. Then it was up to the prosecution to give an opening statement. By your leave. The incident took place in the Forest of Magic around 9 this morning, in front of the suspect's house. She was accused of using her dolls to suddenly attack a passerby. According to the victim's own eyewitness testimony, there's no doubt the suspect is guilty of the charge. Must from Alice and Sho at the same time. Think you can overwork herself? No, I put that as like tier 3. I put anything with this being related to the Sho trial in tier 3. It's very possible, but I'm not putting that in, like in the first or second block, because I think it's very possible that the trials are connected. But I also think it's very possible that the game wanted to make these two a protagonist and just came up with the alternate trial as just a method of making them playable characters. I think both options are fully believable. According to the victim's own witness, he is no doubt guilty of the charge. I see. In that case, I request you summon this witness immediately. And I'll be calling forward the sole witness in this case, the victim herself. Begins at last, my first trial. Tenshi's first time. Alright then, witness, your name and occupation. My name is Medicine Melancholy. I work day and night to further cause the doll liberation. To further the cause of the doll liberation. I don't believe that qualifies as an occupation. Interesting. I saw Tenchi from this side. I didn't even think about having to see Iku from this position. It's not as good as her other sprite. It's definitely not as good as her other sprite, but it's still solid. That sounds rather unconvincing coming from someone like you, who has no occupation, Lady Hinai. Be quiet. Well, that'll do. Liberation Front mentioned this game predicted puppet dance. As we will likely end up running late today, let's proceed as promptly as we can. Witness, begin your testimony without delay. I'm guaranteed this is going to be a 2-dayer. First off, please tell us everything you can about the moment of the crime. I understand. Now then, finally time to find out the facts of this little doll trial. When dolls attack. Hmm? New music? Is this Iku theme? I don't actually recognize. I'm not good enough to recognize Iku's theme. This morning I went for a stroll at the Forest of Magic. When I approached Alice's house, dolls suddenly appeared. Before I could understand what had happened, the dolls attacked without warning, leaving me in this state. I fled as fast as I could and informed the police. You're suddenly attacked. Patchy has me curious. Patchy's something that has me really curious this trial. Why is she at Alice's house? That's right. Awful, isn't it? Well, you'll be given more chance to say your piece in cross-examination. If you're prepared, you may begin your first cross-examination offense. Oh, for that reward. To begin with, let's draw out the faults of in that dummy's story. All for the reward, is it? And you keep quiet. Actually control Alice's control. Popping, you mean? Maybe. Mata! Why'd you go there? Force Magic isn't the nicest place for a walk. Filled with toxic toxic my ass, and mushroom spores. For a doll, it's me. That is a concern. I actually find it very invigorating. You're in a stroll with no particular aim in mind. That's exactly it. I just happened to pass by. That's convenient. Happened to be there, you say. When I approached Alice's house, a doll suddenly appeared. Mata! Where did these dolls come from? They suddenly appeared from behind me. As you approach the house, the dolls came from behind. No, there are so many of them I couldn't count them. Speaking of which, where are the dolls who attacked the witness now? About that, they're still missing. Missing? We still haven't found any dolls matching the description given by the witness. What would that be? In that case, there's no way for us to know if the dolls that attacked that dummy were really Alice's. Supposed to do this crime would have become evidence, so Alice got rid of them before he could find them. This emo. This trial, the fact that this trial is meleeing Tenchi, Iko, and medicine is just wild to me. It's such a stark contrast to everything else. That would make the most sense, right? Yes. He's just some good-for-nothing door guard, and yeah. That's how it is. I'll just have to attack from another angle. Witness, you claim you saw Alice's dolls. That's what I said. Then, did you also see Alice controlling them? Of course. There are no dolls except me who are free to move as they please. The problem with these games, I have such mixed feelings of, like, I'm so optimistic and pessimistic at the same time of everything. Was there anything unusual about Alice, then? Well, I don't think there's anything especially strange about her. So you also saw the defendant at the scene. Look at this key information. Witness, add that statement to your testimony. Yes, of course. Mata! Are you certain of what you saw? I'd seen Alice before, so there's no mistaking her. I see. Understood. Damn, teach her that doll why the poison sloshing around her head would ever compare with the Celestial's brilliant mind. There's such a thing as fighting poison with poison, I suppose. I could poison myself, you know. Oh no, you have fierce venom of your own within you, Lady Hinanai. Well, it still can't compare with yours. Mata! Hina, you're missing some weird stuff going on right now. Even down here, people don't usually attack each other for no reason at all. Could it have been that you provoked Alice somehow without realizing? What are you implying I did? I have no idea. What about you? What is wrong with you? Are you the one who's trying to start a fight with me? Aren't you the one who's trying to start a fight with me this whole time? Well, starting fights is my specialty. Oh, their defense. We already have enough incidents to deal with today without you starting more. Yeah. As you witness, there's no need for you to lash out at the defense like this. Yes, even though I should be getting questioned, not accused. What do you miss? We're playing as Tenchi. We're partnered with Iku. We're going up against Mei Ling as the prosecutor. Medicine is the supposed victim. And Alice is the supposed culprit. So you made good your escape. Well, the forest of magic is a forest. There are plenty of blind spots to lose pursuers in. I see. Afterwards, you immediately contacted the police. That's right. I felt I had to let someone know. There's also some other weird oddities, like apparently Aya is doing a whole other trial at the same time of defending Sho. And Eiki's very busy. And Eiki's also acting slightly weird? Question mark? Fortunately, no contradictions here. I say. This is like rather slippery testimony. It doesn't help that the scene was the forest. Can't help to find other witnesses. Maybe you're right. I think Stan, this seems quite the bland incident. Bland, that might be the best way to describe it. Maybe they were only look at the tip of the iceberg. Let's focus on breaking through the wall before us for the time being. Fine, let's deal with the visible part first. Wait. Factor number 1. Ben appears to be a bit of a lonesome person. However, when she's among her dolls, she doesn't have anything to have to be afraid of anything. Slacker number 2. Chastity and Sarah don't manage to guard the gate, but feels like she's mostly just takes naps there. Now she's the prosecutor in charge of our case. The moving great library, who's been moving quite a bit lately, currently occupied with the case unrelated to ours. I don't know how much I believe that. The doll became alive and self-aware after being thrown away in a poisonous field of lilies of the valley. Toxic in more than one sense. The infamous Ace Attorney. This time she's dealing with the case of a destroyed godstone. Okay, so this actually is... Ooh. So that's the answer I was looking for. If this is related to that case, then that makes me think that this is not related to the case that I is doing. That makes me think the two are not related. Actually, reminds me of the exceptional assistant. Maybe you call it more appropriate to call her the exhausted assistant. Or Sho was drunk, yes, because that was the Godstone run. Iggy! You're a doll, so I suppose your eyes might merely be painted on. Excuse you, I may be a doll, I have proper eyes. And look with your own proper eyes. What's this? A red scarf? This is Alice's scarf. The bloodstains aren't greet your eyes this time. I see perfectly fine. What's the point of this? This morning, the defendant headed on business. She returned home shortly before being arrested. And she collided with someone on their way back. That was when blood got on this scarf. It means that the time you saw her, Alice should have been covered in blood. You're gonna just change her scarf. It's only common sense to change out bloody clothes, isn't it? The Sire made. It's technically 3.5. So it's technically a spin-off game. But this is the third trial of the game. It's basically a full game. The dolls appear from behind her. And she also said she was approaching Alice's house. In other words, Alice would have come from the direction opposite her own house. Now, can't you think of a reason for Alice to have been returning home? Certainly, it does sound as though the defense scarf should have been bloodied at the time. Igiyagi! We can't just take the suspect at her word. There's not even any definite proof this is really how that blood got there. Actually, this could be the victim's own blood. The victim is a doll, and dolls shed no blood, nor tears. If you cut her, does she not spew poison everywhere? Well now, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you were calling me cold and heartless. Well, let's even say the defense is let's say everything the defense is claiming is true. Even then, it would not be strange for the witness to not remember that blood. If that scarf is red to begin with, if it's covered in blood, the stains won't stand out too much. And so in that moment of crisis, it went unnoticed. Well, that'd make some sense. Ish. Could be that easy, I suppose. Anyway, the witness will continue her testimony. Witness, can you give us more details about that, Timmy? Oh, gladly. This time I'll utterly floor you. I was assaulted when I approached Alice's house, and there's no doubting that. Alice attacked me from behind, and Alice herself was standing right there. I also remember what those dolls looked like. They were all wearing blue clothes that resembled Alice's usual outfit. As I feared for my life, I fled from them quickly. Stan, there seems to be no issue with this testimony. I just need to get the lawyer to accept that. You must be kidding. You think I'd let such an amusing game end so quickly? A game, huh? If you're still saying stuff like that, then I have been beating you down enough. What do you think you are, calling this a game? I went through a truly horrible ordeal. Quite enough. See with the cross-examination. Very well. I'll show you what's what. Mata! Meaning you were going to Alice's house? I wouldn't say that, but when you find a lone house in the heart of the forest, it's only natural to go have a look, don't you think? It seems weird. So comments on Derby? She's generally kind of like this, right? She's generally pretty straight-faced. At least in this series. I didn't mean to visit her or have any other kind of intent. Sure. If she had, it's quite difficult to prove it. The Reno game spin-off. What is that? What are you referring to? Might not have anything to do with the incident, so there isn't any point in getting into that yet. Also, doll attack from with the gun every 5 seconds. Let's give her time, like General. She has plenty of time to start doing that. But you didn't notice the blood on her? Can't be helped with dolls attacking me. I couldn't have noticed anything else. tale. Dolls fight another doll. It's a bit of a funny story, isn't it? Yeah, whenever a yokai fights another yokai, no one ever feels the need to comment on how funny that is. Doll's not cute at all. What are you both even fighting over now? Mata! Now, why did you not tell us in your earlier testimony? Slipped my mind until now. I'm sorry? Getsokyo mass amnesia incident. You hate to see it. Why you? Oh there, defense. Please speak more peaceably. I can't find any openings. Settle down, Lady Hin and I. Haste makes waste, after all. I know that. Stop bothering me. Okay, about these dolls. Blue clothes. Yes, it says this of being swarmed by a horde of tiny Alices crawling all over me. Why does she have to make it sound so creepy? You give such a vivid account of the incident that there's no room to be doubting her, is there? I agree, there does not seem to be anything to question here. It's going poorly. At this point, it may be worth finding fault with anything I can. You didn't try to fight back? I was taken by surprise. It was a struggle to even remain standing. You're such dire straits, I suppose fleeing truly was your only option. I don't think there's anything weird about the witness's actions myself. I find a flaw one way or another. How goes it, Lady Hin and I? Has the opportunity for a counterattack now come to you? Opportunities do not merely come to you, you have to go to them. I could not have said it better myself, but these are still merely words in the end. I know that! I'll show them all right now. This emo. Okay, I can't wait for the argument against this one to be, they weren't actually stolen, she took them from the thing. And then we're gonna argue back with that. No, it was broken from the inside, or the outside. And they're gonna be like, she was trying to do it so it wouldn't frame herself. I played these games before. You know, it's been mistaken, or perhaps dreaming. Although it's only in children's tales that dolls can ever hope to dream. We dolls also have dreams of our own. That must be merely a very vivid dream. That horrible ordeal of yours. I've been testifying to an impossibility. You should have never seen Alice's blue dolls in the world of reality. What? Don't take me for an idiot! Baka. There was an incident on at Alice's home this morning. Every single doll dressed in blue was stolen from that house. Dolls were stolen? So, I want the witness to explain something for us. How did Alice attack her with dolls she didn't have? Yeah? And an IMO with tension. Not to the same degree that there normally is. Whoa. You're just not seriously gonna go with something like that, are you? You say dolls were stolen from the defendant's house, but can you even prove it? Did you forget what you reported to the court yourself? These dolls with Alice's, the witness described, could not be found anywhere. In other words, they've been stolen. That just means Alice got rid of them to hide her crime. That's not proof of anything was stolen. Is there even proof anything was stolen? It's true that, with only this much to go on, we cannot be certain if dolls were ever stolen. We gotta use the glasses evidence to prove that someone broke in, not out. Feels as though the wind is turning against us, slowly but surely. In that case, it's up to me to make this thick-headed bunch acknowledge that there was a burglary. Dude, Tenchi is actually just better than Aya. Because Aya would take this moment and be like, it's hopeless, there's no way around this. And then Momiji would be like, here's the solution. And then I'd be like, I can't do anything. Is that even possible? For now, I need to show that there was an incident. I'll just have to count on my brilliant mind to bridge the gaps between the evidence. Of course, for one such as I, nothing is impossible. I see you've recovered your usual presence. As I said, I intend to win. Then the defense may present evidence. Tell me, prosecutor, you also carried an inspection of the defendant's house, didn't you? Oh, well, I guess so. Then you've certainly seen the shower window in the doll room. Well, maybe I did. Then even you should understand what happened there. That a window was broken in the defendant's house? And the shards of that shower window had fallen onto the floor. Which means it was broken from the outside. But it could have been the defendant herself who broke it as part of a cover-up for crime. Dude, every fucking trial has this argument where it's like, here's something they did. Well, this wouldn't make any sense for them to do. Well, they did it to cover up their, to be like, whoa, it's so obvious. It never. It's true, I can't disprove that possibility. However, if Alice also had to hide her dolls in a place the police wouldn't find them, but she had to have had time to break her own window on top of it. It could be that she broke the window before the victim was attacked. The victim herself told us it was by pure coincidence that she visited Alice's house. If that was the truth, nothing but this crime could have been prepared in advance. Well, then maybe that window is unrelated to the case. It could just be that Marissa broke that window and stole a magic book or something. Oh, so you admit there was a burglary at the defendant's house. Ah, damn it. What do you think, Yama? For the time being, taking both sides' arguments into account, it does sound like the window might be tied to an incident. Furthermore, the window that was broken was that of the doll room. With that in mind, it seems quite likely that dolls were the intruder's target, doesn't it? As a convincing theory, certainly. Yes, we've taken a step forwards. Hey now, you really think that's all it'll take to win this, lawyer? What's with her? So someone stole something from the defendant's house. I guess the prosecution will concede that. That gives rise to a whole new story. The story of why the defendant attacked the victim. That story called The Truth. What? Why is that worthless meathead so on the ball all of a sudden? Perhaps she ate something strange this morning. You tell the prosecution. What sort of epiphany did this one fact lead you to? The main point here is, something was stolen from Alice's house this morning. Let's face it, the culprit was probably Marissa. That doesn't really matter right now. What was stolen, you ask? Once again, it could have been anything, with one exception. What exception? That would be those dolls in blue the defense is being so insistent about. Anyway, this morning, something was stolen from the defendant's house. And she headed outside to look for the culprit herself. Lies with Miss Alice's count perfectly, actually. Somehow I'm getting a bad feeling here. At some point, the defendant gave up her search and returned home. At that time, she saw the witness near her house. In fact, she saw the witness walking towards her house. At that moment, the defendant must have thought, the culprit returned to the scene of the crime, and they're going to enter the house and steal again. So Alice attacked the witness with the blue-clad dolls she'd brought along on her search. That is the whole truth of this case. It can't be! Okay, Tenchi's turning to Aya. No personal opinion, the prosecution's case is, as it currently stands, flawless. Yeah, but if we believe that, then who's guilty? Is Alice truly guilty then? Is in perfect agreement with all available evidence and testimony. Except for the defendant's own claims, of course. I'm gonna lose the gate to the gatekeeper? What are you doing, Lady Hina and I? You must object, and quickly. Why bother? There's no point objecting when I don't have anything to say. She's turning to Aya. It was good for only like 10 minutes. It's over. But it doesn't count. This wasn't fair. It's because Alice is guilty. What was any way I could win to begin with? Do you not believe in Alice at all? Shut up. You're gonna make me sick. That believing garbage is just disgusting. Lady Heat and I. Not like I first thought, it's just how you are. If you have talent, it's completely meaningless if we cannot trust each other. What a lawyer does must be much like what I do, puppeteer with her puppet. Can't leave ourselves wholly in each other's hands, nothing can be done. No matter how gifted we might be. Alice. It's fine, Tenchi. I never placed any trust in you either, so I cannot blame you. It's worth noting, this trial took place before Patchy got removed from the, this shabiz. So this trial was before the Alice Panty trial. I felt that if it was you could get me acquitted, but it was foolish of me to hold out hope, even if it was only a little. Oh dear, looks like you've had a bit of a falling out. Is there any way there's no way to keep this trial going any longer, is there? Yep, time to hand out my verdict. His defendant and her counsel have come apart. And so no matter how much I wish it could be otherwise... What do you mean? No matter how much I wish it could be otherwise, this trial has no need to continue. I've asked judgment of the defendant here and now. This is fine, isn't it? Believing someone isn't something I could do. I always knew this would happen. Still under innocence, you say? Yeah. The natural conclusion, there's nothing can be done about it. Excuse me? Yeah? Told you I believe in you. Keep on. Oh yeah, this is from the first trial. Why'd you defend me to the very end? I was lying to you from the beginning. Thought that's how I could save myself, so I lied. But why'd you keep on believing in me? Find the defendant, Alice Marjotroid. Iggy Aggy! Was this slow pan? He's happy. Did they hear that? It's odd. This doesn't like me at all. There's something wrong with me today. Somehow right now I feel like I can't leave Alice to face this alone. Maybe that's something I can believe in. Whoa there! This is already over, isn't it? Did your client already give up on you? And she? What are you? Because I know it. I feel standing alone in that dock. That fear that no one will believe in you no matter what you say. I've always known. You know those times I felt so bored I could die. I hated being alone even more. Ooh. Ooh, we got Slapper. And Hin and I. In truth, you believe in Alice after all, do you not? Well, I don't know about that. But I know one thing for certain. It's something I want right now. You want something? Yeah, more than anything. This trial. I want to win it, even if it kills me. Can she? Forgive me, Alice. You weren't the one I should have been doubting. It's that creepy doll on the witness stand. What was that? I'm the victim here. Alice told me she wasn't even on the scene at the time of the incident. If that's the truth, then that dummy must be lying through her fake teeth. Witness, you're going to testify again. What? What else do I have to tell you about? That story about you seeing Alice. I want to hear it again. That'll just be the same thing we already heard. Just a moment ago, you made the court sit through your long-winded fairy tale. So it's only fair I get a turn to tell a story of my own, isn't it? You little... This is already over anyway. Very well. I'll give the defense this chance. What? Your Honor! Prosecution has presented one possibility. That being said, we should also listen to what other possibilities the defense is able to present. Come on! So I'll accept the defense's request. Witness, begin your testimony at once. Yes, I understand. This is my last chance. I have to return everything by any means necessary. For Alice's sake. Medicine and Alice. Yes, from her testimony, there honestly isn't anything else I can tell you. There's nothing strange worth mentioning. The point is, Alice used the dolls she had with her then to attack me. I could only run away desperately, so I couldn't have seen anything else. Nothing appears to have changed. I've been telling you the whole truth from the beginning. There's no reason anything would change. In other words, all that's left is for the defense to finally accept the facts are facts. A fact is something you have to establish through careful observation and deliberation. You can't call anything that floats through your empty head facts. That's something you say after you've proven somebody wrong. Wait. There has to be something. Aren't you supposed to be a witness? I've already testified about everything I witnessed. The truth is, there's nothing else. No matter how much you pound the truth, its shape won't ever change. It only fits the truth to begin with. What about the blood on Alice's clothes? I told you I never noticed any blood. How could bloodstains really be overlooked so easily? The scarf itself is red, so bloodstains would just blend in. There's nothing strange about it. But... blend in? Wait a minute. There might have been another reason I didn't notice the blood on her. Amend your testimony to reflect this. A red pattern. Yes, the red blood on the scarf was blended in with that red pattern. Humans took bloodstains for design on her clothes. That must be it. Did you say like the blue clothes she's... Didn't you say the dolls were blue like the blue clothes she wears? What earth is she talking about? For no reason at all. Yes, without any warning. Like she was just saying, it's no use arguing. That's a very sudden... Alice took her for the thief and attacked. It's not a possibility, so we have to come up with another possibility of our own. Yes, the time has come to put your talent for making excuses on display, Lady Hinanai. Did Alice not pursue you? I fled without looking back, so I can't know for certain. If she did chase me, she must not have done so for very long. Did she really let you go so easily? Oh well. She must have thought chasing me through that dense forest was hopeless. Does make some sense, I suppose. Are they? Are chances at a turnabout? I can't know that. I do know the odds will infinitely trend towards 100% if I don't give up. It's as you say, that I'll believe in you, Lady Hinanai. Everything in me. For one such as I, nothing is impossible. I have no idea what you're talking about, so I'll give you a chance to explain yourself. What is it now? Just take a look at Alice's clothes. Where's the red pattern? Huh? She wasn't wearing these clothes then. When I saw her this morning, she was wearing a different clothes from usual. Who wears red? Chat, who wears red on the regular? Why aren't you wearing your everyday outfit now? How am I supposed to know that? What the hell's going on? Dependent, can you provide an explanation? You say explanation, but these are clothes. These are the clothes I've been wearing all day. She's lying. Oh, wait a moment. Patchy wears purple. Wait, red pattern clothes. Did anything come to mind? True that I have some red pattern sleepwear. You talking about my pajamas? But pajamas? Well, they're right there. If you're just passing by her house, how did you ever see Alice in her pajamas? Dormy's not here to make people sleepwalk, Yuka. Yuka doesn't have the hair. That might be because when I jumped out of the house, I was still in my pajamas. Eh? Your pajamas? This morning, I was awakened by the sound of a broken window. I rushed downstairs in a hurry to find that someone had smashed the window in the doll room. That dolls had disappeared. Oko has red clothes, yeah. Thinking the culprit might still be nearby, I leaped out, still wearing my pajamas. But I couldn't find anyone outside, so I went back in and changed into these clothes. Did you see me then? Well, then, there's nothing strange about the witness seeing Alice's clothes had a red pattern. Yeah, but would she have had... But if she didn't put on those clothes, would she have had... What about the scarf? What do you even try? It was moments after the burglary that Alice stepped out of her house in her pajamas. But the witness was attacked by the dolls later. For the case the prosecution has built, that is. Yak. Ina? I mean, doll-related. In other words, when the witness saw Alice, she could have been wearing her pajamas. Iku has red. What else might be lying about changing her clothes, then? So she did it after she attacked the witness. Then it's those pajamas that would have gotten covered in blood, not her scarf. Gah. We have irrefutable proof that at the time of the crime, Alice must have been wearing her usual outfit. And yet, the witness did not know this. That could only mean she never saw Alice when she was attacked. No! Now that witness, do you acknowledge the defense's claim? Yes, I do. Certain characters are red. Flawed. Chen or it's Reimu. Oh, this game hates Reimu, dude. No! Please. This is during the this is during the show trial that was just the worst ending. One of the worst. Why'd you lie to us? Because it was dolls who attacked me. I thought nobody except Alice could have done it. Oh, she's admitting to lied. That's right, it was the defense dolls who assaulted the witness. The culprit couldn't be anyone else. The defendant was never seen at the crime scene, so how could she have been behind the attack? She controls her dolls from a distance. That scene was a forest with all kinds of blind spots. It could be Alice who's hiding nearby. There's enough as things stand. It seems clear that the witness did not see the defendant at the scene. As the prosecution pointed out, it's possible she hid herself in a blind spot. Yeah, but we also know that the witness was lying. However, if, as the defense has been arguing, it cannot be confirmed that the defendant was even at the scene of the crime, I cannot render a verdict yet. Oh, come on! This leaves us with one important question, which is, obviously, it's whether it'd be possible for those dolls to attack without Alice giving the order. If we can't verify that, we won't be getting anywhere. For now, it might be best to have the defendant testify on that subject. And so we'll take a recess in here for the defendant afterwards. Is that acceptable? I have no objection. Same with the prosecution. We're fine with it. In that case, court is henceforth in recess. Yeah, I was hoping they would end the day, go the next day, so I could go to bed. Thank you, Tenchi, and I'm sorry. Don't apologize. It was me who tried to abandon you. I won't be able to feel at ease if I can't apologize. Rather than that, will you believe in me, Alice? I'll prove your innocence without fail. That won't be possible if you don't trust me. That's how it had to be back then. Back then? I was put on trial once, too. Back then, that Tengu believed in me and defended me. I didn't believe in her, so I lied and made things much harder than they had to be. If the defendant and the lawyer can't trust one another, there's no winning an acquittal. I should have learned that back then, but I didn't understand it until now. Might be right. But I am truly glad, no matter what you say, you do believe in Miss Alice, Lady and I. I'd begun to fear you were truly a lost cause. Kiss, yeah. Isn't that what everyone already thinks? You don't need to remind me. Now, Alice, you would take the way to Sandex. But you promised me one thing. What is it? Don't tell any lies. Don't lie to me, even if what you know sounds unfavorable to you. Trust me, I'll show them the whole truth. No matter what you say, I'll take your side. I understand, I'll believe in you too. Just like you did back then. Thank you, Alice. Ahem! It seems our time is up. You heard her, Alice. Shall we go? After you. Now let's resume the proceedings. Are both the defense and prosecution prepared? Yes. Of course. Then defendant, come take the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. Alice Margitroid. I put on puppet shows. Then please testify about these dolls of yours. Yes, I understand. Please. No, he's just gonna fucking lie. Don't racist Tori Koshin you. You have anything better to do than to watch every single trial every day? My dolls are ultimately still just dolls, and it's impossible for them to move on their own. In any case, they require an outside power of some sort to move them. Needless to say, my dolls have no will of their own. These girls cannot attack anyone without someone's intention driving them to do it. Get rid of escape. True. I must say, this testimony appears to be quite disadvantageous to you. That may be true, but lying would not do me any good, would it? It's true I made her promise to tell the truth. Maybe it would have been better to prepare a few little white lies instead. Come now, how can you say this after we struggled so much to build trust? I'm only kidding. Mostly. But what are the rest of it? At any rate, the defense may cross-examined. The option shows someone other than Alice could have done. Koshi has anything better to do? I don't think Koshi has anything to do. So it'd really be completely impossible. With the exception of medicine, I do not know of any other doll that can move under its own power. So what you're trying to say is the dolls who attacked medicine must have been made to do it by someone. There's no doubt about that. However, it was not necessarily me. But at present, you're the biggest suspect. What kind of power? Well, it is obviously possible to move a doll by hand, but I'm essentially speaking of magic power here. In other words, anyone who can use magic could learn how to do it. That's true in theory, but in practice it would be extremely difficult for anyone inexperienced to handle many dolls at once. You just get more suspicious by the second. Who comes to mind for people who could just out of hypothesizing? There are a few people that come like Marissa, Patchouli, Byakuya. They're the magicians. That feels a little easy. Not possible. Patchy's obviously very suspicious because she was at the scene. It'd be weird to be Patchy because of I just feel like the weird thing about Patchy is trial timeline with other trials, but it's not impossible. You think there's a world that Shinky or Yumiko show up? I suppose so. You would deny that. What if it is Renosuke? Mean they don't have any thoughts or feelings? That's right, dolls are ultimately only tools made in the shape of people. You were talking about the trust between puppet and puppeteer back then. I meant to say that if you don't handle that with that kind of mindset, you cannot call yourself a true puppeteer. But don't blame the Mariah Shrine, true. No matter how it might appear to you in the end, I understand that my dolls are merely dolls. But it's true that, as the years have gone by, I've come to think of them as my own children. Still, that's an entirely different story. So if the dolls attacked, it's because someone made them do it. Right. I don't know who that might be. And so, someone other than you could have committed this crime? It would not be possible, at least. I believe we've heard enough for the time being. From this testimony, you should all understand that this crime could have been committed by someone other than the defendant. But there's nothing to suggest the defendant couldn't have done it herself. Now that the possibility that another could be the culprit has been shown, it'd be good to deny that Miss Alice could have committed the crime at all. Right. If we could do something like that, the path to victory would be laid open before us. Yeah, I demand further testimony from the defendant. What sort of testimony would that be? Where was she at the time of the crime? The last witness never saw her at the scene. If we could know where the defendant was in reality, this matter could be resolved quite easily. Indeed. Does the defendant have any objection to this? I do not. Let's waver a bit there. Uh-oh, Binky. In that case, the defendant will testify again. Making her travels. If you ask where I was, I'm afraid I cannot give a clear and accurate answer. I woke to the sound of that window breaking, and then I left home in search of the criminal. I flew here and there throughout the whole of Gensokyo, and not even I could tell you where I was at the time of the incident. But I can promise you that when Medicine was attacked, I was not in the forest of magic. A little too vague, maybe. Well, that's the best way to go about pulling the wool over people's eyes. That vagueness is going to turn into a noose around your neck before long. Can't deny that, but I believe the truth will naturally reveal itself one way or the other. Quite a laudable mindset, I must say. With that defense, cross-examination, please. Where was Alice time of the incident? If I could show that once and for all. All we can do is try. Right, I'll prove without fail. Seems familiar. Is that really something you can't answer? Because the day was so hectic from the very start. I'm sorry, but my memories are a blur due to that mass amnesia incident. I see. You at least remember where you went? All kinds of scenery come to mind, but I can't say if there are places I visited today with confidence. Dude, Alice, can you not lie through your teeth right now? I apologize, I'm not being much help, am I? The Gensokyo mass amnesia incident strikes again. No, it's fine, continue your testimony. You were hunting for that thief till the moment of your arrest. Yes, that sounds about right. The criminal was never caught in the end. In fact, I was the one who caught in their stead. Joke. You really can't tell us anything about that time. Well, I didn't need a watch hunt for a thief. Need to watch to hunt for a thief. If I had brought a watch, I would have had any reason to be checking the time. Yeah, I suppose so. Then there's no way for you to prove an alibi. That's fine. Presenting proof is my attorney's job, isn't it? Are you playing hot potato now? And your proof of that is... I don't have any. Of course you don't. Should you just give up at this point? You've asked your question, no new facts have come up. Is there anything we can do? This would be much easier if I knew. At the very least, we require some sort of new traces that place the defendant elsewhere. That face you're making, it's the face of someone who is about to present evidence, isn't it? Or should I have nothing to present? So be it. Might be hopeless to try to draw other clues from Alice's testimony. And the power of evidence. The evidence shows Alice's word, but still ain't. Okay. Let's check and see what was said there. The sign that Alice went elsewhere. I believe I could present something like that. In that case, let's see it. This is the proof. Is this a doll? Yes, one of Alice's dolls. What's it got to do with anything? This particular doll is the lost item. A lost item? Yes, and a certain someone picked it up in a certain place this morning. Who and where are you talking about, then? The who? The who is your very own subordinate Shinigami. That is to say, Komachi Onizuka. And the where is the Sanzu River. The Sanzu River? The Sanzu River. You mean the Sanzu River? And that might mean Alice went to the Sanzu today. Furthermore, there isn't any doubt Alice was away from home this morning. The real question is, when was this doll lost? For all we know, this could have been dropped there yesterday. No, that would be very unlikely. Huh? Why do you say that? Many Shinigami are at work throughout the Sanzu River at every hour of every day. Something that is eye-catching would not have escaped notice very long. I don't mean to doubt your word or anything, but what if it fell somewhere it might be overlooked? Yes, that may be so. We should hear what the Discoverer has to say before anything else. Neither of you will object to this, I hope. I welcome it. I don't mind. Then, Komachi, take the witness stand. Yeah, Komachi, were you listening? Yeah, you're talking about that doll, right? Tell us, when and where did you pick this up exactly? I told you earlier, but I picked this little lady a little bit before 9 this morning. I found her on the Sanzu River's bank. Sanzu's riverbank. The bank of the Sanzu is a rather open space. It does not seem likely that it would be overlooked. You said it. I don't think it had been lying there for very long when I found it. And that means Alice must have gone to the Sanzu River this morning, like I said. Not necessarily. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Well, that alone doesn't really change anything. Because I'm wrong, the real issue is time. Like Komachi said, the suspect lost this doll near the Sanzu this morning. That was at some point before 9. And it was around 9 that Medicine was attacked by dolls in the Forest of Magic. If Alice had to move from the Sanzu River to the forest in that time span, it'd be totally doable time-wise. So this isn't going to hold up as an alibi. Sure, Alice went to the Sanzu River. I don't have any evidence to prove the time. Perhaps we should end today's proceedings here. Sure, I'm sorry to say, but the prosecution doesn't have any other evidence or testimony ready right now. Testimony? These hearings will end here. Not so fast, Yam. I still have more proof to present. What now? That's right. Where there's no evidence, we can still turn to testimony. Is there anyone who can testify as to Miss Alice's comings and goings this morning? We already know of someone. What you mean? Yam, I demand a new witness be summoned. Will that witness be able to resolve this problem once and for all? Certainly. Allow the defense to issue a summons. However, if you call a person clearly unrelated to this affair, you shall suffer a penalty. I understand. See what's patchy. That one. Whoa, why are you dragging Miss Patchley into this? You may not know this, but Patchley collided with Alice and got a nosebleed for her troubles today. A nosebleed? The point is, she's one of the few people who saw Alice this morning. Don't you think it may be worth hearing her testimony? It would certainly be of interest. Patchley, I know you're watching from the gallery. Get down here and testify. There's no need to shout. Here I am. Thank you for granting us some of your time. No, it is no bother. Then are you prepared to testify about your encounter with the defendant from this morning? Yes, most certainly. So around 9 o'clock this morning, of course. Are we gonna quickly turn this on Patchy and then just be like, oh, she did it, and like move on, and then the next trial something like there's no way this is ever. I was on my way to bring an indictment to your honor, concerning a case unrelated to this trial. As I flew over in Zeka, I suddenly collided with Alice. I'm ahead in the process, so I do not remember the details very clearly, but I'm certain Alice was the one who bumped into me. But it was an accident, and the other party apologized, so I decided we should just forget about it. I see, then the scatter took place over around the time of the incident. It appears to be the case. For now, shall we visualize the situation a little? At that time, I was headed to the Sanzu River to meet with you, Your Honor. To reach the Sanzu from Gensokyo, one must go through the Forest of Magic, follow the road of reconsideration, arrive at Zeka. From there, you can pass through a rift in the barrier and follow the road of liminality to the Sanzu River. This isn't actually how it works in puppet dance performance. One of those two has to be wrong. Looking at it like this, the path to the Sanzu is almost a straight line from the Forest of Magic, isn't it? You flew over this road on your way back to the way to the Sanzu. Correct. However, collided with Alice near Zeka. Nice animation. So that was around the time this incident occurred. Yes, so it appears. In that case, Alice must be innocent. Not a chance! After attacking the victim, the defendant could have run to Miss Patchley while fleeing the scene. That is one possibility, certainly. As expected, it won't be that easy. In any case, the defense may cross-examine. No matter what, cross-examination has proved that the time of the crime, Alice was at the Sanzu River. I swear, if this trial lasts for another half hour, I'm gonna pass out. Mata! You're certain about that? I am. I was on official business on it. Yeah, but it sounds like it turned into a real disaster. You have no idea. Why did all this have to happen on an already busy day? Damn it, they're drifting off topic. For the time being, continue your testimony. Oh, right. And that case is completely unrelated to ours? There's property damage at Thakura's shrine. As we arrested a suspect, I was on my way to bring the charges before the judge. On the way, you bumped into Alice. That is correct. So how did you end up flying into each other? I have to admit, my memory of the event is quite faint. You're the one hit, but you don't remember it? Alice and I were flying at the same time, and the force of the impact caused me to stall. I fell to the ground and hit my head, so I only vaguely remember the details. You don't remember how you were hit at all. Afraid not. However, my back hurt terribly when I came to my senses. But I'm quite sure I struck from behind. Let's summarize all this a bit. That seems wrong because... Or no, this is gonna be weird because the situation should be that Patchy fell into Alice's boobs. Because she got blood on this scarf. Summarize all this a bit. Patchy flew in the force of magic towards the Sanzu River. Yeah, the defense struck Miss Patchy from behind. I have to go down like this. Yeah, it's not how it could have happened, though. Then it flew in from the force of magic. In short, she was fleeing the scene of the crime. I think taking a turn for the worse. Witness, this extremely important fact. Amend your testimony at once. Understood. So you're struck from behind. Yes, I believe so. I remember my back hurting. Honestly, this current turned out really badly. I suppose. Still, Alice took care of me afterwards. She was blushing! She was blushing! You see that blushy face that Patchy gave? That's very decent of her. Had it been the young heiress, this undoubtedly would have turned into a hit and run. Be quiet. Do you remember, or do you not? I remember there was a collision. I do not remember what happened in the moment. It's really a relief you seem to be unhurt. No use. Mean there won't be any hard feelings? That's right. It's not only Alice's fault that I was hit. Ultimately, I might have avoided her had I been more attentive. That sounds like they're talking about Danmaku. It still feels like a bit different from usual. Patchy's feigning ignorance. She don't want to admit to being in Alice's boobs. It was unintentional, and apologies were made. It would be wrong to reproach the defendant overmuch. A very commendable reconciliation. I could always reconcile like this. There'd be no need for Danmaku battles or trials. Leahy Knight, did you glean any clues that might lead to an acquittal from this testimony? Yup. You must be mistaken about this. Whatever do you mean? Don't you remember, when you bumped against Alice, you got a nosebleed? Huh? A nosebleed? Apparently, she truly doesn't remember. You bled from your nose, and here's the proof. And that means you struck Alice. You struck Alice's face first. That's not... I definitely had an ache in my back. Couldn't that be because you hurt both your head and your back when you fell to the ground? Well, then, this is how I flew into Alice? No doubt, you certainly flew into Alice's face first. The question is, where did your face hit Alice? Well, if blood from Miss Patchy's nose got on it, then her face must have pressed against that scarf. Yes, in other words, Patchy, you stuck your face into Alice's breast. The ultimate hit and run. What? Damn, I wish that were me. Order! Order in the gallery! Get a hold of yourselves! I can't believe it. This Patchy's face at Alice's... Anyway, I object! Do you object to your face having been put in the defense's chest? No, that's not it. What I mean to say is, the defense's claim is utterly meaningless. Oh, these are fighting words. Careful, you get too excited. Blood might spray out your nose again. You stay out of this! As I was saying, the exact details that collide with Alice have nothing to do with this discussion. Right, the defense hasn't proven anything with this. What the fuck are you talking about? In fact, this only attempt at throwing this hearing into chaos for her own pleasure. What are we talking about? That was a rather unwise thing to do, wasn't it? No, it's fine. I'm doing no such thing. If you actually believe my arguments have no meaning, then the two of you are truly beyond help. I agree. Well, buy it. Even if Miss Patchy got a face full of Alice's boobs, what's it matter? Don't say it like that. The only point still in question is where Alice came from. At the time of the collision, you, Patchy, were flying towards the Sanzu River. At the time both of you collided head-on. With this information, we could very easily deduce where Alice was immediately before this. At the crime, Alice was up here! Right there. Sanzu River? Why did she lose the doll at the Sanzu River? destroy evidence? Is that what they're gonna... Mei Ling's gonna try to argue? Patchy broke her nose against Alice's board. How'd you know that? What? You really want to keep playing dumb? As you've all been saying, Patchy was flying from the force magic of the Sans River. At the time, she hit Alice from the front. Alice and Patchy flew into each other. Ah! So it seems you finally understand that nosebleed wasn't such ridiculous evidence after all, was it? That's not right. You beat by evidence is dumb. Could be panties. Around the hour of the crime, Alice and Patchy flew into one another. At that time, Alice came from the Sanzu River. That means Alice was by the Sanzu River when the doll attack took place. No way! Discovery seems to answer all remaining doubts. After the incident, the defendant was somewhere else entirely. And this crime would have been possible for individuals other than her. With the above facts standing unchallenged, all suspicion of the defendant had been cleared. This is weird. Every time someone says you've done it, it's not. The defendant... This is weird. But what of... Phew, I need a break. That is the feeling of work well done, Lady Heat and I. Good grief, it was awful in so many ways. This is not the breast business. Hold on, that's worth a screenshot right there. Stop it already. It really is embarrassing. But wasn't it crucial to your acquittal? It only makes it worse. But all is well. Your innocence has been proven. I fucking love this Iku sprite. Yes, I truly am glad deep down. Thank you, Tenchi. This actually doesn't feel too bad. Being thanked like this. That might be because you've only ever drawn scorn, Lady Heat and I. First Alice's panties, then Alice's breasts. So actually, technically, chronologically, this would be first, then the panties. Every single time you have to get a word in. Perhaps you'll grant me a chance to get a word in myself. Medicine? Ah, your... No. It's been quite a while, Celestial. We only ever seem to meet when they hold these trials. It's the little bloodsucker. What might the police want with us? Somehow I doubt you'd come all the way to congratulate us on the acquittal. That goes without saying. I've come to discuss another matter. Just like I thought. There really is no escaping fate after all. What? That's what makes fate what it is. What? And as I expected, you know what it is what is coming for you already. What is the meaning of this, Miss Remelia? Today was quite the hectic day, you see. Even before that poison doll was assaulted, yet another incident had already taken place. By the Sanzu River. The Sanzu? It can't be! And there were no witnesses to the crime, which made investigating quite difficult. But thankfully, a suspect suddenly materialized just now. Hold it right there! Are you gonna call Alice a criminal just because she went to the Sanzu River today? The Sanzu is rarely visited by the average yokai. That goes double for humans, needless to say. Nevertheless, Alice went there alone this morning. Surely you understand what that means. That's just... And of course, we have evidence now. Of the decisive kind, you see. Why? Now then, it appears I'll be having you over tonight, as after all, Alice. Fine. I hope you'll have tea and cookies ready. There's much else to enjoy in that room. Of course, I'll have Saki prepare them on the double. Could have done this try with Bemiji, she would just have been like, Alice smells patchy, yeah. But now, shall we be on our way? Lady Heen and I. How'd this happen? I only wanted to help Alice. Did I really just make things worse for her? What was I doing? I don't understand. Why did it turn out like this? We should return home for now. It is already quite late, so we should go hear what Miss Alice has to tell us tomorrow. Right. Alice and I will have a lot to talk about. Good morning to you, Lady Hinadai. And here I am in all of my glory. Morning, Iku. You seem rather crestfallen today, quite unlike the young heiress of the Hinanai clan I am used to. How couldn't I be after what happened just before my eyes yesterday? Oh, is that all? What? Why are you acting like nothing's wrong? Miss Alice has not been proven guilty yet, has she? Then there is still time to set everything right. That'll depend on you, Lady Hinanai. You'll be getting it all back, so what reason have you to be sitting here moping about? Iku. Let's be off, Lady Hinanai. Our true battle is still yet to come. I suppose so. I still think yesterday's trial is far too long to be treated as a mere prologue. I agree. But I haven't been defeated yet. Quite right. The key to reaching one's goal is to never give up. True. There might be some truth to that. Okay, that's a good spot to end her for now. Ooh, ooh-wee. Need to go to bed. That was a whole series of events. A lot of this is fascinating. I'm gonna get some conclusion. Who stole Alice's dolls? Interesting idea. It's probably not Patchy, but the question is who. But that'll be it for now. I need to go to bed. I'll be back tomorrow for the usuals, but until then, I'm out of here.